3BC.
Hello, and welcome back to 3BC. This is your girl Joy, the liturgist of this cultural conversation. I have my BCs here, Chloe and Casey the Alchemist, and sitting in with us today is the Glamazon. Hey, girls.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome, Glamazon. Welcome to the crew, Glamazon girl.
Well, hello. Thank you for inviting me to join you today.
Thank you. Come through. Let's get into this conversation. There's something that we got to talk about pretty urgently because this is some crazy bullshit that's going on, circulating around here. And it is Megan Thee Stallion. Again, I know people are talking about it, and we want to talk about it too. There was a post that we put up on our social media, and that is really the hinge for this conversation. And that post is that Black women can't be your shield and your target. We can't be your punching bag and your protector. And that's the fuck shit that's going on with Tory Lanez. Also, fuck you, Tory Lanez, and get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. That shit's this shit is crazy. So everybody saw her live video with the full story, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did y'all think about that?
I thought it was probably past time. I'm surprised that she was able to hold her peace for as long as she did. And I think if he and his team had just sat cool and not said anything and not been playing stories, she would have held on to that a whole lot longer than what she did. But I think what bothered me, she said that they were planting stories in the blogs about she cut her foot on some glass and they ran with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he ever had put out there, well, no, I didn't shoot her. Or if it was just, no, she steps on some glass. That's what happened to her, But when you hear the levels of fear that she was experiencing, you've shot her. The police have shown up. Y'all are Black folks in a car with a gun, and I'm assuming
was legit scared.
An illegal weapon
and helicopters flying over. Don't forget that part.
And her instinct, just instinctually, is to. Let me just take all the blame right here. Let me just say, nope, I cut my foot on some glass and I'm going to get in this car because these cops are already showing up aggressive and on some foolishness and talking crazy. And I'm scared they're going to shoot us all.
Right.
Just at 25, I can't imagine being in that position. And then just in the midst of that fear, your instinct is to mother and shield everyone, including your abuser. Yeah. That's just wild to me.
True.
Yeah, she pretty much echoes everything that I was thinking. I think it's really sad to know of another woman that has been abused, been a victim of violence, been a victim of threats, been a victim of public shaming, to still feel the need to protect Tory Lanez. Even towards the end of the video, she was like, I can still, call you out, but I won't. And it's just like, why, sis? Why? After going through this whole diatribe of saying I'm a real ass bitch, I'm from South Houston, I'm as real as it gets. And it's just like, I totally feel that. You want to feel legitimized by, where you're from and understanding the culture and the community that really informs who you are. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you are just as much of a Black woman as we are. And we are unprotected. We are invested in, and it's just to see her have that narrative in such a misogynistic industry that is still going to cover and protect their pedophiles and their misogynists. I think it's just more of the same. So even Megan Thee Stallion is not immune. Even, people kind of, assessing the timeline that she should have came forth. I mean, there are people that are still hiding, the shame of any type of violence and abuse that they suffered even as children, and they're grown-ups out in their career. So looking at the timing of her coming out now, I think she just adds her voice to an ongoing narrative.
And let me be clear too. This is a little pint-sized dude. Meg is not a little girl. She a big girl.
She's 5'9".
Are we saying that she's immune to violence?
Oh no.
Okay, because I'm 5'11". And
No. I would not. No, I would never say that. But he's a little dude.
He's 5'7".
That's a little dude, though.
That's 2 inches of difference, though.
Yeah, that's still a short guy.
20 extra pounds.
Short, but I don't want to paint a disproportionate picture. She's not this big threatening. Think Michael Brown and the cop in Ferguson.
Yeah, no. I'm not painting that picture at all. But I just feel like as a little dude, even though I do still have more strength than women,
and he had a gun.
And he had a gun.
And she walked away. That's the killing part about it. She said she got out of the car and then he shot. She was trying to leave an argument.
Yeah.
And she gets shot. And it's KC was saying, to even have the wherewithal and instinct to say, I'm trying to protect everyone. Who knows if she was trying to also protect the other two people in the car who are also in jail. I mean, there's a chance they already had a felony record. You got a felony record, you can't be not in the car with a loaded weapon. Who knows if she was trying to do that as well. But and then and then you were mentioning her size. That's another thing that people are going in on Twitter that's getting on my nerves too.
Yeah, I mean, do you think Instagram can be used against her though? Because they have Instagram.
It has been used against her.
They have.
Mm-hmm. So not necessarily against her. I would hate for them to come after the victim.
They are. That's the whole point of her coming out. Really,
police. I'm talking about the police.
Oh, you mean the police?
The police can use Instagram as evidence against Tory Lanez. Because basically she gave a firsthand account of what happened.
Right. And I'm pretty sure that Megan is probably, hopefully, legally, protected. And maybe that's why she had to wait so long to talk, because I would hate to believe that she's made this level of influence in this industry and not have some type of legal recourse that could aid her. So just in case, the police was asking her one day, well, this is what happened. Okay, so if I really tell the truth, now what happens? So do I have any legal consequences to that?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that she has her things in place in terms of how she is protected.
And I would think that happens quite often, though, that women say nothing happened and then maybe come back later and say something happened, that they wouldn't prosecute the victim.
Yeah.
And they also, in most states, they don't need the victim. Once they hear what happened, they can prosecute or do whatever without you. But that's an interesting question as well.
No reason.
It was an argument. She walked away from an argument, which means makes me think, so that if you were driven to the point of shooting someone from walking away from an argument, what has happened before when she tried to walk away?
Well, I think this is definitely, I think this is more of an issue of Tory Lanez, just kind of his.
Yeah, this is an escalation.
Is this a decrepit sense of his emotional intelligence? The fact that I have to pick up a gun to emphasize my point or to strike fear into you. So there's definitely something to be said about the infantilization of Black men and how they lash out in very violent, misogynistic ways, whether it's, verbally, physically, spiritually. There are just a lot of things that he's doing that's just on brand, on script with a lot of misogynists that are out here. And not to say
trying to be big, and he trying to get big.
Right. So and so
the pink size piece is a factor.
Yeah, so I definitely don't want it to turn into an anti-Black man, like, all these Black men, because there's also a narrative that's kind of being a part of it in social media. Like, well, y'all just hate Black men, y'all should be protecting us. Y'all should be like, no, sir. No, we will not. So
the larger issue is who's protecting us. We're always protecting Black men. Just like Megan, that little pint-sized Negro shot her. And
because she knew what probably was going to happen if she said, he shot me right there on the spot, he probably would have been shot next.
Oh, no,
if they were being that aggressive.
On the ground. A gun in a car, everybody goes to jail.
Yeah.
And I have to go and acknowledge I've been corrected. Tory Lanez is 5'3".
So he's trying to
Lord.
get big.
So now you're talking about a short
Napoleon
man with short man.
complex.
Yes. Come on now.
Oh, pocket size ass.
And and I also
And the size thing, it's go
want to
ahead.
talk about how there's 2 men and 2 women in the car.
Yeah.
One is his bodyguard, one is a homegirl.
Yeah.
I get that you are his bodyguard, but are you not the one in the car with some sense too? I know
It's
you saw this
protecting black women, period.
Nobody in the car was checking for Megan other than the homegirl.
Other
These
than
2
her.
men, yeah.
Well, and I remember one of another message that she put out earlier, and she said that this incident was a reminder for her to really be around solid people and not kind of get caught up in this Hollywood music industry lifestyle. Sometimes all you is your home girl. Like, girl, come to me with this party. Like, I don't know none of these fools here. We're in the Hollywood Hills. And so she did right to kind of have her people. And so, yeah, sometimes all you have is that one good girlfriend that's going to run.
Yeah.
And let's get back to the size thing, because I have an issue with this of what I was noticing on Twitter. And they were saying how if she were of a lighter complexion and a smaller woman, that the attention she would receive would have been different. There were even white women on there who said, oh, my taller friends get treated totally different than me because I'm shorter. She said, I saw one of my taller friends, they were both involved in an incident, but she was saying how mean they were to the taller friend and how they were like Captain Save-A-Ho, excuse me, with her because she was smaller. Like they gravitated towards her because they felt like she needed saving, but screw the other girl. And she said, it's not only just, she said, I understand the black part of it and the colorization and all of that. She said, but men have a tendency to treat women differently based on height and size as well. And other women were chiming in on that. And you're 5'11". Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I'm 5'11". I'm part of the Triple D Club. I'm knock-kneed. I wear a size 11 shoe.
Knock-kneed club.
So, I mean, yeah, there's definitely a whole, discussion about the desirability of women that are outside of these beauty norms that even men do. So it's just like, having this, like I call myself the Glamazon. I created a travel club called the Southern Glamazons. We were just tall, busty, wide-hipped. Some of us are dark, short hair, kinky hair, all of that. But I think we found a common bond and just kind of being big bitches. And so we were often treated in a way to where we would have to defend ourselves. And so, you kind of develop this black archetype as the big black bitch. It's like, yeah, I'm hella defensive because y'all always coming for me.
Right.
Dudes wanting to fight you just because they think that you're at the same height and size. Like, no, bruh, like just because I'm big doesn't necessarily mean that I'm, I guess, masculine. I guess they kind of see us as like some type of equal that they have to take down. That's not what
because you're the same size, you're a threat. And so men automatically want to eliminate a threat. Because had that been Tony Braxton in the car, who got shot, the story would be told completely different now.
Yeah, these are delicate women. They're fragile. They must be taken care of. But you big bitches, y'all can take care of yourself. Look at you. You got y'all strong to carry all that around. It's just like that's the same type of narrative that they give black women. Oh, you're so strong. Come and save the world. No, thank you.
Right. And not to mention the transphobia going around. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joy.
Well, I had 2 points to add to that. One, and I kind of feel that way around my diminutive friends. Like I have a couple of diminutive friends. I feel like I got to be the protective one if, a dude steps up and gets aggressive. I'm like, man, you like 6 feet tall. This little girl like 5'2". You know what I mean? The closest thing to him is me. Because in, heels, I'm 6 feet tall, strong. So,
and honestly, real men. Real men wouldn't be bothered by that. I think it's really about pure men that are attacking women, whether they're 5'2" or 5'11", whether they're trans or not. These are secure as hell men that are out here on earth. Yeah. And they just don't want to be called out for it. Oh, you hate black men. Oh, you hate this. Or, why No, I'm calling out bad behavior.
We hate trash.
Behavior. Yeah,
We
trash.
hate trash men and trash behavior. But the other piece of that, to go back actually to revisit WAP really briefly, is the difference in the way that Megan and Cardi were received versus the way Janae Aiko was received. She got a whole song called Pussy Fairy. Pussy is in the title.
And they love it.
Openly in the title. No acronyms, no letters. Pussy. Pussy in the title. And that's it. And again, she's diminutive, and she's got her delivery is delicate. Delivery.
As a correction, they're saying that it's pussy with $2 signs for the S.
Whatever, we know what it is.
It's still pussy.
The lyrics say pussy.
Moneyed pussy, it's moneyed pussy. So it's
whatever.
Okay.
They even brought up Sweetie. I mean, they have called this woman. I've seen tweets where they were like, "Well, I knew Megan Thee Stallion was a man." Just all the transphobia that's been going on since this has been posted.
Too.
Yeah, these are
She's
big
5'10",
problems.
I think.
These are
and that's basically
problems.
what they were saying. It's because she's bigger than that's where a lot of the hate is coming from. And someone said she's getting the Serena type treatment. Because she's considered because she's larger or her body type is masculine, although Serena's body is awesomely tight. Good Lord Jesus.
Lord,
I could wear a thong swimsuit like she
baby.
could. Y'all would be like, Monica, it's summertime, girl. Take the swimsuit off. But I'd be rocking that body. But they were saying she's getting Serena-like treatment because of her complexion and her body type. And they were saying if this was Sweetie, she wouldn't get it because she's so much smaller than she is. And they named other people who would not get it. And they were like, forget that. What if this happened at Kylie Jenner's house? Because that's where they had just left. How would the situation have been different?
But I wanted to read this quick tweet from Michael B. Jordan that he sent to Megan Thee Stallion last night. And he says, Meg, I admire your courage and applaud you for speaking up. We must support Black women, protect Black women, and believe Black women. So shout out to Michael B. Jordan for...
And that would be Michael Bay Jordan, because that thing right there, oh my God.
That's another episode.
There's another episode. I'm willing to starve for 2 weeks just to look good enough for him.
Michael B. Jordan is problematic in my book.
For that.
Oh God. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Because, they're like, well, he can't support Black women because he doesn't date Black women.
Exactly.
Because the man that we're talking about, though, Tory, he dates Black women and he shot a Black woman. Mm-hmm. So, do we want them to support Black women, or do we want them to support us the way that we think is appropriate? Because
I think it's the latter. I think it's the latter because that's what I was going to bring up. Like, he's problematic to me because he dates white women exclusively. And so
that was a
statement. And then people kind of have this very visceral reaction to what he says. But at the same time, we have to define what support is supposed to look like for us. And if support for us looks like dating us, then that's something that Black men have to kind of take on and talk amongst themselves. We can't just keep saying it and bashing it over their heads and say, well, this is what support looks like. And why aren't you dating us? So I'm not sure how that conversation should go amongst men who are hearing this when they feel like the world is their oyster in terms of selection.
But the men that are dating Black women, the rappers, the other celebrities, where are they at? Because I was looking at Wale's Twitter last night, and his comment was something to the effect of, I ride for who I ride for, or something. It was very vague. It wasn't specific, but that is about the most support that I've seen coming from Black men, Michael B. Jordan and Wale. And again, Wale's was very vague. And here's a man who dates Black women, so it's like you want the support, but then when the support comes in, it's let me tell you why this is inauthentic. So then if you shut that voice down, then there are no other voices.
And I think I wanted to parse that just a little bit, because the support is one thing. And And they do have to take that on the chin. And I didn't realize he exclusively dated white women.
Either.
Or do we only see him with white women because that's what they photograph and they don't give a damn if he's with a dark sister? We may never ever see a picture because they're like, and we don't know.
Yeah,
but
he
that's all that matters.
It's two black parents. Yeah, it's the visuals.
All we know.
That's such a great point. Really good point.
All we know is what we see because this celebrity is about optics. So all we know is what we see, right? So the support you got the support on one hand, which we appreciate no matter who you date, right? But then optically, you got this other thing. So yeah, on one hand, they do have to take it on the chin, but then do we get to shut out those voices? Do we have the right to shut those voices out that support us, even if
because mama's still black, so yeah, why not?
Yeah.
He got black aunts, black cousins. I don't know if he has any siblings, but I mean, he has black female relatives. So regardless of who he dates, yeah.
And he has done more than any other black man that has not said anything on social media. So it is an effort. Is it what we really want to change the situation between what happened between her and Tory Lanez? Probably not, but it's something. It's something.
Well, it makes us, the other piece of that is that, you know, you making this choice to exclusively date white women makes us feel like you don't love us as a whole.
That we know of, because I don't know if that's just the optics of it or if that's true or not.
And I'll take that off the record as far as dating white women exclusively. I think it is the optics that kind of pushes this idea that he dates anyone other than black women. Because he has
celebrity is inextricably linked to black women.
What is Snow Allegra? What's her ethnicity?
Iranian and Norwegian, I think. Some kind of Scandinavian. So, which I'm still a little triggered by that. I told you my friend put that shit on Facebook. How awesome is that? How rare is that to find? Don't get me started.
Not very, honestly.
My mule.
My pressure just goes up every time I think about that comment. I was like, yo, here's Lupita, Yale educated, born in Mexico, Kenyan, flawless skin, speaks Spanish and whatever other languages she speaks. And you say, this is awesome, but don't say whatever. I'm going to be done with it.
It's not close to white. So anything close to a white beauty standard is just not going to be picked. It is not going to be valued at all.
And I just believe that maybe that wasn't popping for Lupita. I mean,
I think he sees her almost like a sister relative to me.
Well, I'm not talking about specific to him, but that was a cute couple. I was kind of hoping.
We know this.
We all were hoping.
I was like, I like that. Yeah. But so, guys, we just wanted to touch on this Megan Thee Stallion thing, and protecting Black women and us out here feeling protected, because sometimes when we are out here, we feel like ain't nobody got me but me. And we're just on our own. We feel like we're on our own a lot. And Black men, this is our ask of you. Believe Black women, trust Black women, protect Black women. We cannot be your punching bag and your protector. To circle back to what we said at the beginning of the show, we can't be your punch bag and your protector. It's just not fair of anyone to expect that from us and demand that of us or ask it of us. And also, as Tammy Roman pointed out, Bonnet Chronicle, she was like, what do y'all want from Megan? Y'all want her to tell the whole story. She told the whole story. Now you calling her a snitch. What y'all want? Decide what you want from the people. You cannot have it both ways. She came back and told her story. She told the truth. And you could tell it was the truth. And we wish Megan the best, because I looked at that and I said, this girl is not all right. She's not all right. So I hope she has some good people around her. We wish you the best, Meg. If you happen upon our little podcast we wish you the best, girl, and get you some good folks around you if you don't have them, because That was some bullshit. And Tory Lanez can get the fuck up out of here. Again, get the fuck out of here. One, with that little nigga shit. Two, and that little's not just stature, it's little in the mind and little heart. You ain't got no real heart. And two, trust Black women, believe Black women, and protect Black women. That's the most important thing. Until next time, this has been 3BC, powered by the KUDZUKIAN Network. And I'm here with my BCs, Chloe Casey the Alchemist and the Glamazon. Next time.
3BC, recorded at KUDZUKIAN Studios. Directed, produced, and distributed by KUDZUKIAN.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/3BC.